Warning. The Dragon Between podcast may contain language and adult humor that is unsuitable for those 13 years and younger. Viewer discretion is advised. You're listening to the Dragon Between podcast, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign set in the Eberron pulp fantasy setting created by Keith Baker. New episodes are recorded every Sunday and released on the following week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for clips and future episodes. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for updates and news on the podcast. And now on with the show! When we last met, the characters took the recently procured urns and traveled to the chamber marked on their map called the Greed Pile. They were able to successfully navigate through the twisting tunnels, avoiding traps, and discovered that the Greed Pile was in fact an actual treasure hoard, resting on a flat-topped spire of volcanic rock that plunged into the inky blackness far below. The group bested strange acidic oozes and claimed the treasure for themselves, and then swiftly headed towards the witch's volcanic chamber. After observing a motley crew of strangers take their leave from Baba Plaga and disappear through a door in reality, the party presented the requested ritual components. The group were then tasked with defending their ranger companion as she was bled from several vampiric mists that were attracted to the blood and descended from the endless ceiling above. Baba then completed the ritual, and the group headed off towards the lava fields to the southeast, saying farewell to the witch. The then activated Shard of Erebus was then presented by Lithana, and the group were whisked away back to the cloud's destiny. Battered and bruised, the characters settled in to take rest and recover from their ordeal in the tunnels. After a berating and accusatory statement from the airship captain, the group's wizard, Eli Stormbringer, popped the cork on the urn and released the elemental djinn within. The ethereal elemental mists cascading out over the urn, creating almost a carpet of mist hovering a few inches off of the floor, the deck of the ship, and the chamber which you are currently within. Eli, where are you currently on the ship?
Are we all in like the cargo hold?
I don't believe you said where you were. I believe you said you found yourself a nice quiet part of the ship to go to.
I think we were resting.
Yeah, we were all resting close, in somewhat close proximity.
Relatively close?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, my question to you is, did you pop this cork in front of your companions?
More like in a corner. A safe, quiet corner. In the shadows.
I mean, that's up to you where you want to be.
Not like too far, but far enough away where, it's just me.
In answer to your question, Auri, yes. Once you've taken a long rest, you will be able to recover from that debilitating experience with those vampiric mists.
Okay.
So anyone who currently still has some life force sapped out of them will regain their max health once that's done. Once that's done and over with. And I will share a map with you guys. Same map that you guys have grown accustomed to over all this time. Assuming the map doesn't crash Fantasy Grounds. And I'm going to unlock your tokens so that you guys can move yourselves around without me having to, click stuff. At least for a while. If you'll remember, all of the doors, minus Zito's, are locked. So all the doors to the rooms, all of the chambers, and the shutters for the 2 sets of stairs that head up towards the main deck above you are still currently closed.
Is that forward bar room open?
It is.
I'll lay down on a table.
Okay. What about you, Ender? What are you doing?
I'm keeping up.
You're keeping up?
Yeah.
I believe Zito is resting comfortably in his room with his familiar.
This down here is where the cargo is, or is it up there?
Yes, that's the cargo hold.
I'm down there looking for
Okay.
a cozy spot.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we're resting, so I'll probably
Ari,
same thing.
as you headed down into the cargo hold and go under followed with you, as you headed down those stairs, you just see row after row of what appear to be bodies wrapped in white linen, stacked at the back wall of the ship, on that level of the ship.
In the cargo hold, or just at the bottom, like outside of there?
I will indicate on the map. Right here.
Does
So
it smell?
this back wall, it stinks of death, unfortunately. Many of the sheets in various places are exhibiting clear signs of blood loss from the corpses. But not as much as you would think.
Oh, right. These are probably the bodies that we killed when we entered the ship.
Yeah, it had to be the bad guy.
Did you want to look at the bodies?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at them and see if I could tell if it was the spectral things that killed them or something else.
Well, right now they're 100% wrapped up. Like you can't actually see the corpses themselves, but you could, open them, remove the sheets, open them up if you wanted to.
I'm not gonna mess with their dead.
What about you, Ari?
What would Ari do here? Would Ari loot their bodies?
No,
That's a good question. Would she?
no, she wouldn't.
Would she turn into a bear form and start eating them?
No! Oh my gosh, no.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Ender, do you think that these guys were killed by those specters of gunnies?
I don't think we should think about that.
Cortari, what are you doing?
Cortari is just sitting down, a little ways away from the others, just sitting against the wall.
Okay.
She's kind of coming out of her meditation.
Are you down in the cargo hold, or are you up on the passenger deck?
I'm down in cargo with the rest. With
All right.
everyone else.
I'll go ahead and move you down there with hanging out with Auri and Ender. And what about you, Lathana?
I'll take some pictures for you too. Forgot that we're doing that for you.
Thank you.
Just so you have some idea what's going on again.
Lethon is meditating, but she would also like to see if she can remember how to track something like a vampire. She knows how to track beasts and I think constructs, but never really tracked anything like this before.
Yeah, this sort of thing, you feel like you'd have to spend some time actually physically tracking a vampire for a while before you could truly understand what it's like to track undead. They're a bit different from the beasts that you're accustomed to tracking. And even constructs for that matter. Gunthrow, you're currently taking a nap in the forward mess area?
Yep. No one told me anything else, so.
And Eli, what are you doing?
In my little quiet corner.
On the stairwell next to Luthana?
I don't know. She was sitting right there.
So, Eli, you have forcibly removed the cork from this urn. And as I stated before, this mist began to voluminously expand out from the top of the urn. And you're now staring at a blue-skinned, floating gentleman armed with a scimitar, wearing a turban. And he's looking at you expectantly.
Looks like Will Smith.
It kind of looks like Will Smith from the recent Aladdin live action. Copyright Disney. And
Hello.
the imposing blue-skinned gentleman looks to you and says, "Greetings. I am Zephyr of the Azure Sky."
Oh, greetings. I'm Eli Stormbringer.
Thank you for freeing me from my captivity.
Oh, you're welcome. I was curious about this. He pulls out his notes and he's like, kind of sketching them real quick.
He looks to you and he says, "Where am I? What plane exists?"
This is the material plane.
The material plane.
Yes, of Eberron.
Eberron. Ah, that's fortuitous then. My trip back to my home of Lamania, Sarania, will be no problem at all. It appears
Yes.
that the realm, several of the elemental realms appear to be coterminous at this moment. I can feel that they are coterminous. Tell me, my friend, since you have bested Calderis and freed me from my bonds, what is it that you desire?
What is that? A desire?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well, all you have to do is tell me what you would like. What is within your heart that you desire most in this moment? And to the best of my ability, I will present that to you or attempt to make that happen.
And Eli thinks for a minute. Well, I do have this airship that's broken. It's in Sharn. It's called the New Horizon. That's in my warehouse. I'd love it to be 100% complete and fully operational.
Airship,
Yes.
you say? And
Yes.
is that something that you wish for me to fix for you?
Yeah, if you can.
Well then, my friend, simply state as plainly as possible, starting with the words, "I wish," and I will grant it if it is within my power.
So, wow. And he's like, Eli's kind of shocked a little bit. So it is true what they say about you.
Yes, my
You're
friend.
kind.
The legends are true. Although some of my brethren from other realms do not have the ability to grant these wishes, my kind, from the plane of Sarania, we are well versed in it.
It's amazing. So not all, but from your plane, they can.
Yes.
Wow. It's amazing. Well, let me get a shot at this. I wish for my airship, the New Horizon, in the warehouse in Sharn, to be 100% completed and fully operational. So when I get back, I'll be captain.
The blue-skinned, somewhat floating visage of this imposing elemental Jinny looks to you, and a big, wide grin sort of stretches across his face, and his arms are folded. They were at rest for a moment, resting on his sash across his waist, He now folds his arms, he looks at you, and closes his eyes temporarily. And he says, "As you wish, as you command." And he nods his head, and there's a moment where sound all around you seems to become a bit muffled. And there's an electricity to the air, like you can taste ozone. And then the sound from the djinn echoes in your ears pleasantly. It is done. When you return to your warehouse within the city of Sharn, on this plain, it will be waiting for you.
That's amazing.
I have successfully fulfilled my end of this exchange, and if there is nothing else, I will take my leave and head back to Serania. You can keep the urn. I don't need it.
Safe travels. It was great meeting you.
Likewise, Eli of the Stormbringer clan. And you watch as the blue-skinned individual reaches out with his left hand, fingers outspread, and you watch him reach out, and he reaches towards one of the walls, not too far away from where you're standing. And you watch as suddenly it begins to shimmer and flex and ripple, and the wood starts to peel back like the skin of a fruit, and a brilliant sky, azure sky. Sure, as soon as I'm done with my description. A beautiful azure sky is revealed to you that seems to go on forever. You just see clouds with floating palaces in the distance as far as the eye can see. And he looks to you and he begins to head through this aperture, through this portal. This is your moment to have a further conversation if you want to.
If you ever need anything, we're here to help. If you ever get in trouble again.
Well, I appreciate that, Eli. Safe travels, my friend.
Safe travels to you.
And he passes through the opening in the wall, and then in almost no time passing at all, a snap of his fingers, the aperture closes, folds in on itself, and is now the solid surface of the wall as it was before. That smell of ozone lingers for a moment, is gone, and is replaced with another smell, a musty smell that you noticed when you first arrived back on the Cloud's Destiny.
That was awesome. And I'll head back over to all smiling.
Okay.
The dining room.
Lathana, you watch as Eli comes strutting into the mess hall, beaming, grinning ear to ear.
And Lathana and Gunny were just kind of having a conversation and look over. Why are you so cheery in a time like...
Well, I just met the coolest guy. Okay, you never know what's in these urns. They're pretty cool to talk to. He was pretty cool. I rescued him. He went back to his home.
I think he's got more to drink than we have.
I guess so.
Speaking of which, Guthrie and Lathana, you found decanter after decanter of honey meads, wine, a whole spread. No food, really, just some dry, you find some jerky, salted meats, you find some dry, crusted bread. It's a little bit old and a little hard. You could actually whack it on the wood tables, and it's pretty hardtack almost.
Well, when Eli walks in, the tables are pushed aside. Lathana and I are sitting down on the ground. on the deck, drinking copious amounts of wine, alcohol, and whatever bits of food that we have, and we're just talking and laughing.
And sharing backstories.
Exactly.
As you've been relaxing, Lathana, you feel a bit of warmth from whatever pocket you slid the wondrous figurine into. Like the little obsidian statuette of a horsefly is warm to the touch. And it's not unpleasant, but it's doing it. It wasn't doing it before, but now it appears to be warm.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this thing. And she pulls it out and kind of cups it in her hand.
Okay. As you do, the typical visage of the head of the fly suddenly begins to morph and shift into that of the face of Baba Plaga. Sly grin, wrinkled face, but made of stone. And you hear that familiar voice saying, it does work. Hello, dearie.
Hello, grandmother.
I certainly hope that you found yourself back to where you were before.
Yes. Thank you for getting us here and for this little messenger. What does this thing actually do?
Oh, this will summon Humphreys, a horsefly, which you can use as an ally in your travels. He also, as I said before, has a secondary function as a mount. You can turn him into a giant horsefly and use him to fly about. Humphrey is not invincible, so do take care of him.
Oh my gosh, his name is Humphrey. I love it, grandmother. Did you name?
Oh no, Humphrey was an old friend in my travels back in the days long before you were born.
I'm sure he... Go ahead,
yes,
sorry.
dear. He was gifted to me.
Well, then I'm sure it knows some good stories, right?
Oh, I'm sure if you can understand fly. Well, I hope that you take care of him as he will take care of you in your travels.
Thank you, grandmother.
You're quite welcome. And if you need to have a chat with me, just call my name and you can reach me through Humphrey when he's in his figurine form.
Okay, thank you.
Don't be freaked out if you see the figurine walking on the ceiling occasionally.
Okay, good to know.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Guthrie and Eli, you just see this exchange as this strange little palm-sized stone object that resembles a fly, and the familiar face of the wizened old crone that you met down in the tunnels.
Now that is creepy.
Well, I'm not going to lie. Her seeing her face is a little creepy, but this little thing is awesome.
Zito is going to go down to where Ari and Katari are.
Okay. Zito, as you are walking down the stairs, you see the same sight that the other three saw. You see the piles of bodies that there's so many of them they had to sort of stack them. And as you head into the chamber where your companions are at, you see Koratari, you see Goender and Auri, all finding a nice little nook to a wall to lean against, a place to just take some respite for a little while.
Zio is gonna cough and get their attention. This is, excuse me. I know we've been together for not too long, but I couldn't have gotten back here without your help, and I wish to help you a little bit further. And Zito is gonna pull out his a black candle from the sleeve of his robes and give it to one of them.
Oh.
So this is called a corpse candle, and I think it could help you with your problem. I've used it twice already, but this will let you cast Speak with the Dead. It also has a bonus effect on where it will reveal any invisible undead creatures or spirits within a short distance.
I guess Ender will take it if you other two aren't snatching it out of his hands. I'll accept it, and I'll bow to him and thank him. Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you, Zito.
Thank you,
And it's
Zito.
a pleasure to
Very
have you
kind.
accompany us.
The candle is small, Goinder. It looks like an actual finger bone that has runes carved into it. And it has a wick at the end. It looks like it has been used before, as Zito said.
It has 3 more uses left.
And as you take it from Zito, Auri, you notice that it almost appears as though Zito's shadow gets longer for a moment and then goes back to normal. And now Gowinder's shadow becomes longer. And you could have swore there's a breeze in the room, but all the doors are shut. Presumably.
Interesting. So what you're saying is, I could use this candle to go have a conversation to the people that passed away on this deck behind us?
Yes, you can.
I put it away in my pack, and I say I'm not going to do that.
Gowender, nope.
But it may also help you find that vampire if that's what you say he is, if he's invisible.
Well, that's a thought. I'm gonna look all sad as I look beyond you, and then like turn away from the back of the ship.
We had seen him go invisible before, so I think it will be helpful. Thank you, Zito.
Auri.
Yes. Yep, go ahead.
Auri. Yeah, no, just Auri.
Yeah.
Auri, you hear a sound, a slight reverberation coming from outside of the chamber that you're in with your companions. It sounds like feet on wood, and the sound is going away from you. It's a very a hurried sound, it sounds like scampering or running, if you will, of small feet.
Alright, I'm gonna peek out in the hallway and see if I see anything.
Okay, make a perception check. That's a 26, y'all. Auri, as you peek out, you have just a moment to see what appears to be a child with blonde hair wearing the same outfit that you saw before you and your companions went into the tunnel, slip into a room to the western side of the map, to the front of the ship, and the door closes, and you hear an audible click as the door closes. Which is odd to you because the last time you and your companions heard from Captain Morgus, the captain of the Cloud's Destiny, when he was berating and accusing all of you, He said that she was dead.
Okay. Cortari? That girl we saw earlier. The one that was in the... that we scared and she was hiding?
Yes.
I think she just ran down the hall.
Are you sure? The captain did say that young girl passed away. Are we sure it's not another child? Did someone else get locked down here with us?
It looked like the same child, but it was definitely a child. I think I'm gonna go check it out.
Would you like me to join you?
Yeah, let's go. Alright, I'm gonna check it out. Which way
Okay.
am I going? Toward the
Let's
front?
go.
I will indicate on the map where you saw that child go. Zito and Ender, do you follow?
I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
How long does this? 1 second.
Just gonna go with Ari.
Okay. Cortari, you follow as well?
Yes, I'm going with him.
Okay. Auri, as you creep closer to the door, you're now hearing the audible sound of what sounds like weeping. Of a child weeping from behind the door.
Okay. I'm gonna try the door handle to see if it's locked.
Okay. Reaching out, touching the door handle, it gives. Strangely enough, even though the captain said that all of these doors were locked, this one is open.
Hello?
Okay. The weeping, the sound that you heard, suddenly is silenced. And you hear nothing coming from within the chamber.
Can I search around and see if I see her? Or...
Oh, do you go into the room?
Yeah.
Okay. As you open the door, you see the child and sitting cross-legged on the mattress on the bed, and she currently has her hands over her face, and she's very, very, very softly crying.
Cortari will follow Ari into the room as well.
Okay. And in the meantime, what are the trio doing below? Eli, Lathana, and Gunthral.
Are we above?
What's that?
You said below. Are we above?
Oh no, that's right. You are above them. Haha. Excuse me.
Sleeping, trying to get some shut eye.
Okay. What about you, Lathana?
Lithana and Gunny are talking, and we're actually talking a bit on Discord. I can send you our conversation, but it's essentially she's telling her about her family and the Aisha Weapons Company and her job and her cousins, and yeah.
Okay.
We can roleplay it out a bit if you want to.
No worries. So you see, excuse me, Auri, you see the child.
Hello? Are you okay?
And the child now begins to slowly pull her hands away from her face. And as she does so, you see that her hands are coated in blood. And there's blood coating her mouth, dribbling down her chin, on her neck, all the way down to her outfit, which is also, the front of it is soaked in blood.
Barbecue day, huh?
She looks at you, and then and she says in a very, very soft voice, I don't understand it.
what happened? Are you hurt?
And for brevity's sake, here's a picture I totally did not steal from the internet, so you can see kind of what she looks like.
Ah, she looks like me. She looks like Ari. Kind of.
That's your daughter. That's your long lost daughter.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Jeremy just messaged me. He told me.
You're lying. Okay, anyway.
How could you abandon your daughter?
How could I have a daughter when she's like... Ari's never even been with a man.
She looks at you and she says, I closed my eyes. The man told me to. He said it wouldn't hurt anymore. And then I woke up on a pile of people and I couldn't breathe. And I was covered in bed sheets. And I struggled and I tore free and I wandered the ship and I couldn't get away. And I was all alone. And I was so thirsty. I had to.
What did this man look like? Can you describe him to me? Did he say a name?
You know, he was tall and he had long hair like you. And he was very pale. And he was wearing a glove with shiny stones on it.
Ari, I think we need to go right now.
He told me to wait and that you would come back. He told me to hurt you, but I don't want to hurt anyone.
You don't need to listen to him. You don't have to hurt anyone.
I'm so thirsty.
Do
And
you know if
her hands go up to her face for a moment and she hitches a sob.
You stay right here, okay? I'm gonna go talk to my friends and see what we can do to help you. Just stay in this room, alright?
I will.
Okay. I'm gonna close the door behind me.
Okay. Soft clicking noise. You turn the handle and close it, and the sound of sobbing continues softly from behind the door.
Alright, I'm gonna walk away so the little girl can't hear me, and then turn to my companion. Guys, that little girl, I think she got turned into a vampire, and I can't be certain that those bodies over there are safe as well.
The plot thickens. Let's go talk to our group.
Yeah, we need to find them. I don't...
There's a thumping noise that seems to be moving away from you towards the back of the ship. You all hear it. Sounds like someone dragging a foot on the ground.
Is it in the direction of where the bodies are?
Ender screams like a little girl and runs.
You would assume so. You then hear a very it's a bit soft, but there is a murmuring gurgling. It's like sort of like a breathless, audible exultation, and then more and the sound is getting now much louder.
Oh gosh, Jeremy. I picked the worst time to start eating food.
Shh. And then from creeping around the corner, Auri, you see a person with half of their throat torn out and one of their eyes is completely gone, just a cavity, and it starts reaching towards you from about 15 feet away as it comes around the corner. Let's roll for initiative.
Oh god.
I don't want to do this. What's the word when the DM goes too far? You're scaring me. You're scaring me. I need to nope this whole scenario. I'm sick again. Goodbye.
Oh, you're sick, huh?
Oh no.
I don't have to play if I don't roll initiative, right?
Oh no.
Yeah, am I safe?
Hey guys, the sooner we kill this thing, the sooner it's done being RP.
Ender closes his eyes, and he just he hides in the corner and lights his candle. And he continues playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
But seriously.
Oh my god, how did zombie get between you two so quickly?
Worst time to start eating.
Oh wait, how'd that one get all the way over there? Sorry.
We just had to like break out of the floor right between Ender and Ari.
Oh shit, I'm standing in the worst spot.
I'm gonna pull up my banana phone.
Some walls if I turn into a bear.
I'm gonna pull up my banana phone and call my team.
It's not your turn yet. That's exactly what we need to
Zito, you just hear that unearthly, god-awful sound of like an exultation, a breathless exultation, just like a like something trying to say something or speak, but it has no vocal cords. It's a scratchy, gurgly noise.
Zito, pulling out his firearm, is gonna jump onto the chest.
Okay,
And
those
to
are
aim at
actually not chests. Those are very tall cabinets that stretch up towards the ceiling of this part of the deck.
Even
Yeah,
better,
climb up.
Zito's gonna climb up onto the cabinets and hide there.
Oh, okay. Make a strength check. They are about 8 feet tall. Okay.
That'll be a 17.
17, you're able to crawl up in there and wedge yourself in there. You are now prone on top of that. There's not much space between you and the ceiling.
Can Ender follow?
Unfortunately, Ender, you won't fit.
Will that take my entire turn?
I would say it would take your action to get up there.
Alright, and on my turn.
Okay. Gunther, are you asleep or are you taking part of this?
I'm still talking with
Sure.
with Anna, 'cause I don't
So
know
far,
anything is
yeah. No worries. Yeah, so far no one has alerted you or your companions to what's going on. And
The table's against the door, so
okay. And Auri, what would you like to do? You've got this decaying. The jaw is slack. The teeth are a bit broken in places. There's no eye in the socket. It's just a red mass. And it's reaching out with one of its good arms, dragging a foot, clambering towards you.
Okay, with my action, I'm going to lift my ring up and just... Lafana, you guys need to get down here immediately. Down to the cargo bay. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to shapeshift into a polar bear.
Okay, unfortunately you can't fit in this hallway as your polar bear self.
I can...
So you would, yeah, you'd have to... unfortunately, these pathways are really narrow, so it's going to be a tight fit for yourself. So you're going to move that way?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to find that bear token for you.
I have the sheet for it.
Oh, okay. I was going to drop your self. And boom.
Okay. And I'll say it's bigger.
Boom. There you go. There's Bear Howery. All right. The smell of fresh flesh, so to speak, seems to make this zombie sort of and just rushes down the hallway towards you.
So they're World War Z zombies.
And, well, they actually have a speed of 20 feet. And this thing just sort of slams its somewhat broken fingers into your body, Ari, hitting you. If you want to put your temporary hit points from your bear onto yourself, you can.
Oh, right.
Before I drop that damage.
Oops, I'm wrong.
Like it's hot.
There we go.
Okay. It's just sort of inflicting 7 damage, which was, of course, absorbed by your bear form. You just feel this thing crack one of your ribs, and you just feel a twinge of pain as it does so. And the other zombie is now going to, from the very far back of the ship, sort of shuffles forward. And Eli, it is your turn. You just heard the sound of Auri emanating from Lithana's ring.
I'll look at Gunny. So what's the plan?
I think I'm drunk. I'm getting too smooshy, sensitive. What plan?
Cargo hold. I don't even remember where to go.
You're a little freaked out.
Oh. Did I hear anything?
You heard the sound of Auri yelling out of Lithana's ring, saying, "Help, help, help. Oh my god, they're going to eat me." Or something like that.
And you heard a shrill shriek from the basement.
You're not sure if
Like
it was
some kind of a woman.
It sounded like a woman, but it also kind of sounded like an orc.
Oh, then I'll follow Eli.
A perfectly cut scream.
I'm gonna 45. Which is it? Where's the stairs?
The stairs would be all the way at the end of the hall.
Oh, no. Oh, there. I can
That's
get
it.
to there with a dash.
Okay.
That's a full movement dash, and then my turn ends.
Okay.
I'll get to there.
All right. You can hear the sounds of your companion Gunthral, his feet plodding on the wooden plank of the deck. And the undead creatures now are continuing to sort of shamble around corners. Just the sound of this. And Eander, it's your turn. You just
Alright,
hear the
well.
sounds of creatures that are not breathing, making noise.
Alright, I'm
Would you like to hold your action?
attack zombie 6.
Okay. And as you pull your weapon out, rushing forth towards the undead creature that looked like it was about to come straight at you, or Auri, before she turned around the corner and shifted into her bear form. That is most definitely hit. So you unsheath your katana, slicing into the creature, and slicing one of its arms off. In quick succession, cutting into it again, and you cut the creature in half, its body falling down to the ground.
Alright, as I'm cutting it in half, I also want to be shrieking in terror. I'm not
Okay.
doing this like heroically. I am almost crying.
Let's see. Let me make a save for this creature. DC 5 plus damage taken, which was 11, so that's a DC 16.
It's been a while since I've done this, so I'm going to go ahead and use my fighting spirit.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and get 5 temporary hit points.
You stared at the creature, but for a moment you thought that it was still twitching, and then it stops moving, and appears to be dead. Would you like to do anything else?
Just weep and have my 5 temporary health.
Okay, you can throw that on yourself if you like.
Okay. End turn.
End turn, alright. The other zombified creature suddenly comes around the corner. You just hear this sort of applauding, and it sort of almost slides and almost topples over at the almost excitement, undead excitement, the smell of flesh. Shifting into sight. The other creature, zombie I should say, is suddenly sort of from the rear of the ship, one of these zombies sort of goes and then turns its attention to the stairwell and is suddenly on the stairwell in front of you, Eli. Let's see, what's it? And rushes towards you, its arms outspread as if to embrace you. And the other one seems to follow suit.
I'm going to use my reaction.
Okay.
Make sure. This is a react. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Nope. It's not. It's a bonus action.
All right. And Lithana, it's your turn.
You should have wished for a minigun.
Alright, I'm gonna move right behind Doug.
Okay.
And technically, I have an extra 10 feet for my Dread Ambusher, so I'm still have a...
Okay.
So I'm gonna be like, Gunny, Eli, duck! And I will load my Vicious Longbow and shoot at the first.
Okay, I believe
Also known as a shotgun.
that is most definitely a hit. Your arrow suddenly whips past your cloaked head, Eli, and sinks into the eye socket of the undead creature that is reaching towards you. And in quick succession, Lithani, I assume you'd like to knock another arrow?
Yeah, and then I'll cast Hunter's Mark, because I'm remembering things.
No
and
worries.
I'll shoot him.
It's been a couple of weeks, no worries. That is another hit, as your arrow once again knocks into the creature's head. And I'm sure that creature is probably very dead, but just for haha's sake, I will roll a con save on him. Oh no, he's still alive. So you watch as the creature pitches forth and is knocked prone. And the zomboid, you watch, Eli, as this thing is peppered in the face with arrows and is now reaching up towards you from the ground below.
Alright, I got one more attack, and I'm gonna try to... I don't know if I'd see it, though. Would I? Probably.
It would be disadvantaged because it's prone.
Alright, I'd probably... my plan was to shoot the other one, so I'll shoot.
Okay, go for it. That is a hit.
Oh, shoot, and I forgot to do the...
You can put the mark on. You can put the mark on and then roll damage. All right. Your arrow catches the creature in the chest, and the body jerks back a minute, and then its undead eyes begin to turn back and look in your direction beyond Eli. Its arms outreaching.
I just kind of yell to Gunny, man, it's times like these I'm so glad I'm a ranged weapon person. And that's the end of my turn.
Suddenly a zombie breaks out from the floor beneath you. I'm just kidding. Can you imagine?
Yep.
The other zombie, Ender, is sort of like clambering and pushing against the one that's behind it. Sort of pushes and it sort of bounces off of you harmlessly, but it appears to be pretty... I just realized I didn't roll for Korotari. I'm just going to say that Korotari, you rolled really low on your initiative, which you did. So, what would you like to do, Korotari?
I would like to... Korotari's going to head down south, down that corridor to that other zombie.
Okay, looking ahead of you to the back of the ship, you see a big polar bear and zomboids beyond. And if you peeked around the corner, you saw Ender, who's face to face with a couple of zombies in very narrow corridors. Just remember, you can move past your companions, you just can't end in their space.
Cool. I'm gonna head down toward where Ender is and attack the next zombie with my longsword.
Unfortunately, it's just out of your reach. You don't have a reach weapon. And Ender is currently in your way. Now you can, as part of your action, you can change, or part of your movement, you do have movement, you can change spaces with Ender if he is willing to do so.
He is unwilling to.
He will not take an opportunity attack.
Oh, then yes, I will, I suppose. In all honesty, yes, Ender will definitely hide behind. Allow you to attack.
Okay.
That's okay with him.
I will go ahead and swap spaces. So, Korotari, you now have a zomboid in your face. We'll just assume that you did like a weird monk thing and ran up the side of the wall and pushed him back harmlessly, and then you're in the space where Ender is now.
Cool. And I'm going to attack it with my longsword.
With your longsword, okay. Kind of hard to hear you, by the way, but no worries. So with your longsword, slash out at the zomboid and hit. And deal 5 slashing damage into the creature. I believe you have another attack, if I'm not mistaken. You do. Would you like to attack it again?
Yeah.
Okay. Slashing into it once more time. Unfortunately, you rolled a natural 1. That's an automatic miss. Your sword catches on the side of the wall, into the side of the containment wall, actually, where the elemental containment chamber is. You can feel the thrumming power from beyond the wall. You pull your sword out of this side of the wall, ready to strike a blow against the creature again. Now, you do have key points if you'd like to spend them to do unarmed attacks. I believe you still have 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I meditated on my rest, so I should have 5 again.
Actually, you have 6.
Cool. Then I'm going to spend a key point and I'll attack it twice.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Dealing your... That's a nice hit. With both attacks smacking into the creature's face, you crack the creature in the nose, and its body begins to slump on the ground, and it unfortunately fails its constitution save, and it is very dead.
You punch it in the nose and it breaks off, and a bunch of black goo oozes out from its nostrils.
For
and
sure.
You start crying.
The black goo actually squirts past Korotari in an arc over her head and lands on top of your head like bird poop, Ender.
I'm out of the fight, guys. Ender faints.
And Eli, it is your turn.
That will be a bonus action to Misty Step right here.
Alright. There is a bit of brimstone smell, and Eli suddenly shifts into a mist form and is gone from in front of the creature. It seems a bit confused.
That is a hell no. And I will shoot a firebolt at the zombie.
Okay. And yeah, there's no way it can recover from that, even with a natural 20. That thing is very dead.
And I will end my turn. It was looking for where I went.
Did
All
you
right.
like crawl under our legs?
Oh no, he disappeared and then reappeared behind you all.
Okay.
He turned into Nightcrawler from the X-Men and disappeared. Also copyright Disney. Auri, the zomboid, is going to continue to try and batter you with its arms, slamming into your body. And it deals another 6 damage, which is absorbed by your bare form. The other zomboid from behind now is sort of rushing up forward to meet, but can't quite get to you.
Real quick, pause.
Sure.
The child is on the combat tracker.
It is.
Well, yeah, I expected that. She's not human.
Also copyright Disney.
Yes.
Luthana, it's your turn. You just watched as your companion Eli suddenly dissipated and reappeared behind you. You had a moment to catch back and see the familiar look of your wizard companion. As you look back, you see that the other zomboid is coming straight towards you. That's my new name. I'm just going to call them zomboids from now on. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to shoot it.
Okay. Zomboys. Who likes long boys and zomboys? I go for the zomboys.
I notch an arrow and I try to take it down.
Alright. That unfortunately is a natural 1. Your arrow goes wide, scattering off the side of the wall beyond the zomboid, is continuing to lurch forward like it's going to come straight at Gunthal. Your next, however, is a hit, and it catches the creature in the eye. And just for ha-has, because it's funny, we'll see if it can come back. Let's see, that's 13 plus 5. You watch as the creature catches your arrow in the eye, falls to the ground, and then immediately begins to start standing up again.
Dang it. I hate these things. And that's the end of...
That's the end of your turn? Alright, Koritari, it is your turn. There's another zombie that's about to creep around the corner. You can just see it gurgling and shifting its feet.
I will again attack twice with my longsword.
Would you like to walk around the corner so you can get to it?
No,
Slow.
no, I want to attack through the wall. Yes, I want to walk toward it.
Very well. With your longsword out, you lurch towards the creature, slashing it twice. Its first hit is a critical hit. I'm gonna laugh. This is and a critical hit, and then a natural 1. So you cut it really well. Its guts start spilling out from its torso as you slice its stomach open. But unfortunately, you couldn't get you caught an intestine on your sword, and you couldn't pull it back in time to catch it with your second attack. Would you like to do anything else? You still have your key points if you wish to spend them.
Yes, I do. I want to use one and grab its guts and wrap it around its neck and choke it out.
Choke it out. It doesn't breathe. Would you like to instead just attack it with your unarmed strike?
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Okay. So do 2 unarmed attacks on the creature which connect. First one and the second one connects. And we'll see if the creature... Your second hits the creature, it caves in its face. It's really disgusting. Let's see. And you pull your fist back, and you almost get your hand stuck in its face, and you were expecting it to fall to the ground, but it does not. It just stands there stupidly, raising its hands up to you, even though its eyes are gone, its mouth is gone, its nose is gone. You still have your movement, However, you will take an opportunity attack. It will do a disadvantage now.
Yeah, I'll back away from it.
Okay.
Like, to the path.
Zomboid will attempt to slam you with an attack as you back away from it. And it misses you. How far back do you go?
Like 10 feet. Well,
10
like
feet.
5 feet.
Just 5 feet? Okay. 5 foot shimmy step. That's the end of your turn. And zombie number 2 is just going to sort of shift forward, pushing against its zombie brethren, unable to really do much. And Guthril, it's your turn. You see this barely pulling itself together undead creature starting to pull itself up from the floor.
I'm gonna move towards it.
Okay.
Uncast Hand of Radiance. You need to make a con DC on.
Okay. It succeeds.
That means its head explodes.
I'm seeing if it does nothing.
Maybe it has some half damage, perhaps?
Nope.
Takes no damage? Okay.
And that would be my turn.
Okay. Alright, Zito, it's your turn. From your vantage point on top of the cabinet, this tiny little space between the ceiling of this part of the deck and the top of the cabinet, you can see all these creatures, hearing the horrible sounds. You have your bear form companion, Auri, who has not really really had a chance to do much yet to these creatures.
Zito's gonna crawl forward to get a better view of these zombies and pull out his firearms. Says, keep doing a good job, Ari. And he is going to fire into zombie number 2.
Okay. That is most definitely a hit. So you pull out your strange or arcane pistol, you fire into the creature, blasting a section the side of its face off. Would you like to do anything else?
That depends. Is firing a pistol, is that a bonus action or is that an action?
It takes your action to load and fire it.
Alright, I was wondering if it was like the crossbow where it's only a bonus action to fire it.
No. You'd need a feat in order to do that, unfortunately.
No, the feat is to do that without the loading action.
Right. But you still have to load it. The pistol, you have to put the ammo in. Oh wait, actually no, I take it back. Your arcane pistol uses cartridges. You have more attacks before you have to change the cartridge.
But is that just like a bonus action to fire it or what?
Yeah, I would say yes. Because it doesn't require you to load it yet. You still have another round in the chamber. But however, your bonus action is typically used to use an offhand item. Just a reminder for all of those out there in D&D land. Bonus action is for your offhand. It's not for the same item that you're holding.
I'll just end my turn.
Unless
there.
you have like the extra action like ability. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yep, we'll talk about it later.
No worries. That's the end of your turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay. The Zomboid with no face is going to shuffle step forward. Ender, if you're looking in that direction, you see a zombie with no face attempt to attack Koritari. Which it does so at disadvantage because it can't see. And it misses her. And Auri, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna multi-attack this one right now.
I heard that, Adam.
He's not next.
That is most definitely a hit. As you wheel around jaws opening up and clamping down onto the creature. It tastes disgusting.
I make sure not to swallow.
And you're, with your claws swiping down, almost like pinning the creature at this point. You scratch across its chest. Flesh is melting like butter from your claws as you slice into the creature, rending it, nearly tearing it in half. But it's still moving. It's still making those horrible noises.
Okay, it's the end of my turn.
Okay. Ender, it's your turn.
Is there any way that I could squeeze to the left of Ari and like to the north of the ship against those guys?
I would say yes. Technically, you could fit in that space.
All right, that's where I'm gonna go. So I'm
Okay.
gonna stand in front of Ari and can I even move there?
Yeah, you're not breaking its. Technically, you're not breaking its threat.
And then I'm going to go crazy.
Okay. Ender, sliding under your bare legs, Auri pops up with his sword, slashing down onto its body. That is a 30 to hit, by the way, guys. I should mention. I just like calling that out every time you hit something, Ender.
Yeah.
That's big.
It's not impressive.
Wow.
But I rolled a 1 for damage, so there's that.
And let's see, just for ha-has, we'll see if the creature can pull itself together. It does not, and it is very dead.
Do I want to action surge? Not with zombies. Alright. Do I want to action surge?
Hmm.
End of turn.
Okay. And I believe that's Zombie 7's turn now. Zombie 7 is going to pitifully attempt to attack Gunthral, slamming into his body. And misses. Gunthral just has to sort of shimmy sidestep to get out of its way. And Cortari, is your turn again. The faceless zombie is in your face, looking like it's getting ready to smack you.
I will do an unarmed attack against it.
Okay. Unarmed attack, you're not going to attack it with your longsword?
No.
I mean...
Oh, why not? Let's do the two-handed longsword.
Okay. Yeah, let's see if he's dead. This will be stupid if it just keeps, like, getting back up. Nope, it's dead.
Yay.
Hooray! It's very dead. Alright, there's no more threats in front of you, Cortari, and your friends have all scattered to the other side of the ship. What would you like to do?
I'll scatter with them.
Okay, you have the option of moving your full movement to get around behind the remaining zombie that's not engaged with your friends.
Sure. Why not?
Alright, let's see. I believe you have a movement of 60 feet. I don't know why I did that. Let's do this instead. There we go. Cortar just sort of cartwheels and flips over her companions, flipping behind the zombie directly in front of Auri and Ender. And that's the end of your turn. And Zito, it's your turn again.
Alright. Zito is going to fire into the zombie that he targeted before.
Okay. That is a natural one, unfortunately. Your gun appears to misfire, but doesn't explode in your hand. Nothing comes out of it.
Oh, that's fortunate. All my turn.
Okay. The zomboid in front of Gunthral will continue to attempt to attack him, and actually manages to hit him. And you take no damage, as your ability previously of the extra hit points absorbed all of that damage. And it's your turn.
I'm gonna punch him.
Okay. Yeah, you most definitely hit him. And let's see if he's still alive. We'll see if he like sticks to your hand or something. No, he's dead. That first one was a 4.
Well, spells weren't working, so might as well use physical damage.
Right? Do you do anything else, or do you stand there?
I'm gonna go up the stairs.
Alright, I'll go ahead and just chuck you up the stairs there.
I'm gonna look and see what I can see.
You see what used to be piles of bodies is now a whole bunch of linen that seems to be torn in places, laying on the ground, and there's like pools of blood and gore that sort of sashay and worm along the wooden floors off in the distance. Appears there were bodies here.
Alright, I'll end my turn.
Okay. Auri, it's your turn.
Attack, attack.
Attack, attack. Don't attack Auri. You have yourself targeted.
Am I able to reach that one that's right there? That one.
There you go. And you reach out with your jaws opening wide, biting into the body of the zombie. And it begins to go
Tastes like
limp.
a gusher.
It tastes like a horrible gusher that you found on the ground. Actually, it's not dead. You thought the creature was dead. It started to go limp, and then it suddenly just sort of jumps at your face and is now clawing at your muzzle.
Oh. What just happened there?
You attacked it
Yeah.
with your claws.
I know, with my claws, but I don't know why I had advantage.
You had advantage because it technically had the unconscious thing on it. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's my claws. Because I only
I'll tell you what.
first.
Let me take unconscious off of it and just roll again, because I think your first one was a 2. There you go. Try it again. I am a kind and merciful. That's a critical hit. I was about to say I'm a kind and merciful DM.
And then I critted him. Sorry.
Nothing to apologize for. You just turn him into mincemeat. He is very dead. Super dead. And there is apparently only one more zombie on the board.
That's the end of my turn.
That's Cora's problem.
And speaking of which, zombie number 2 sees this new threat in front of him and attempts to claw at and critically hits Koratari. Dealing 10 bludgeoning damage as the creature slams you with its arms. And Eli, it's your turn. There are no more threats on this level of the ship as far as you can see. You see Luthana in front of you with her vicious longbow, still cocked and ready to fire another arrow if something pops up.
I hope they're all dead. And I will move past.
Okay.
There.
Suddenly,
And that's...
Eli, as you head up the stairs, you see beyond Gunthral the same horrific grisly scene on the ground. Just blood, blackened blood, coagulated, the sheets torn asunder. And Lathana, it's your turn.
Okay. I will join my friends.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'll run up the stairs or down the stairs to join my.
Okay.
That would be right here, right?
No.
Oh, I see.
Straight ahead.
Straight ahead.
Alright, I dash down the hall and try to reach.
Okay, we'll say that for brevity's sake, you're there. And Ender, it's your turn. You see
Ender's gonna
Koratari.
do-
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Ender's gonna do the same cool move that Koratari did before when she moved him out of the.
Okay. She's gonna
Ender's
move.
also gonna try to do that same thing, except look way cooler.
Okay. You guys just sort of do like like two dancers meeting and spin around.
I imagine him picking her up underneath the armpits like a
Like-
child. And just
Like
pushing
Patrick
her.
Swayze and
Right.
Jennifer Grey. That is most definitely a hit on the Zomboid.
Don't I crit on 19s?
I don't know, do you?
Being a half orc? I think so. That would be menacing. No, savage attack.
You do an
When you-
extra damage die when you do it.
Oh, that's what it is.
Ah,
Darn.
Yeah.
Oh well. If I wrote the rules, that's what I would have wished for. Okay, well, I'm gonna do my damage. Sorry for the long.
No
Here.
worries.
I just really wanted to split it in half.
Well, let's see if it survives. Let's see. Nope. You split the creature in half. And you, my friends, are currently out of combat.
Double tap. I stab it again.
Okay, I'm gonna drop out of my bear form, and the first thing I do is run over to Eli and grab him by the arm to take him kind of a little bit away from the group.
Okay. Well, you're dropping out of bear form? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eli, are you aware of any sort of circumstance where a vampire curse can be reversed?
Jeremy, would I would I know? Has Eli ever heard of something?
Make a
You're
history
the smart
check.
one. I figured you would be the
Make a history check, Eli.
Alright, 25.
In your time and your studies with the 12, the college which trains all of the magical users of the Dragon Mortalises, you have personally never heard of vampires becoming human again unless they are killed and resurrected with powerful magic. You are familiar. A thought comes to your mind, though, that you, not too long ago, within the last hour, in fact, had the very means to turn this child human again.
Ha.
But unfortunately, you used it for a ship.
Good thing no one knows.
Eli knows, and that should be worse enough.
Ari, unfortunately, when the dead become dead, you must kill them and then resurrect them with powerful magic, or they'll stay dead.
She's just a child.
There's a child vampire?
Yeah, I probably should have mentioned that.
Nah, you might want to get rid of her in a good way. Unfortunately, they aren't very, pleasing. They eat people. Even if she looks innocent, she's not.
I could probably make a concoction up that could help her.
Well, yeah.
Maybe we should probably tell the group.
Your best bet is to ask Gunny.
There you go. I unlocked you guys as tokens.
He would know more of what to do than I would. I just study undead. He probably has the magic to do maybe something. I don't know.
Thank you.
Trust the Midas touch.
Alright, now I'm gonna speak loud enough that everybody hears. So about the kid in the room, I'm pretty sure she's a vampire.
I'm going to take out the gift that I got from Zito and say, like, this might help us find other vampires on this vessel.
Well,
It allows you to see all invisible undead.
what do we do about her?
Oh, I don't know about that.
What? Make it quick.
I'm not killing a child.
She's not a child.
She
I
is.
I
She
can
was
make
a
a
child.
concoction for her.
What kind of concoction? Explain to us how that
Something that
works.
will, she can drink.
So she can continue.
Why don't
her
we
life
move
as a
one of the
vampire.
cabinets in front of her door?
It's worth a
Oh, no,
try.
no, no. I'll make holy water. She'll drink it and kill herself.
Oh,
Take me about an hour, but I can do it.
It'll be the quickest way, Ari.
Why don't we
Kinda-
move the cabinets in front of her door and then get help when the ship arrives?
There is no way they would just kill her.
I'm not saying we should kill the child. I'm saying that we should block it in that room and then get help when we arrive at port.
No, I'm saying the help would kill her. Being a
And we can get her
vampire,
resurrected.
it's a lot of gold.
I wouldn't worry too much about her. I worry about the person who created her.
Yeah.
she said there was a tall man.
Probably our target. Do you want? Maybe I should do it.
Well, if you wish to kill her, you have to stake her in her heart with a wooden stake, cut off her head, and stick a holy wafer in her mouth.
To
She
a
was
child.
a human mere hours ago.
Yeah, but what about all those other undead that were humans too? And he kind of points to the ground.
I don't think those are vampires.
Ari, her existence from now on is going to be an existence of suffering. It would be merciful to just kill her now.
I say just do what you must. And Lithana kind of walks away and
Or you
Doesn't
can
wanna-
hold her and, we can put her out of her misery. Rip some guy's
Gunny.
arm off.
Gunny, I need that unholy wafer.
Okay. Take me a little bit to do the ceremony for it all.
Just make the water, Gunny. It would be the easiest way for her to go out.
Yeah.
You all hear sort of a quiet hello coming from the front of the ship, from the chamber in which the child was at.
You're going to have to tie her up until it's time.
And you hear the sound of like a doorknob turning, the mechanism disengaging, and then the diminutive child appears from within the chamber and looks down to all of you. Sort of eyes wide, looking at the gore that's everywhere on the floor. And as she looks, she just sort of rushes forth towards Lithana and wraps her arms around her waist and starts bawling. Or not Lathana, excuse me. Koratari, I'm sorry for traumatizing you, Lathana.
Oh yeah, as you did that, she was about to start like screaming.
Okay. Koratari, you now have a presumably vampire child hugging you and crying.
Koratari will wrap her arms around her and just kind of stroke her head and tell her it's okay.
Okay.
Auri.
Yep. Koratari.
Well, I finished the ritual. I'm going to hand you the vial. You can pour it down her throat if you want, or I can. Or you can let her drink it.
I'm not doing it. Mo walks kind of into that room there, so I don't see what's happening out there.
Auri, as you walk into the chamber, you get a flash in your mind of what you saw down in the tunnels of a child drenched in blood, clothing drenched in blood, running through the woods.
Koratari, is she in your lap, or are you playing with her, or what's going on?
Yes, I have her.
Well, do you want to hold her, and I'll give her the vial?
Yes. Just let me know when it's ready.
It's ready.
Oh, great. All right. Come here, little one. We have something for you to take. It'll make you feel much better.
She looks up to you. Her eyes sort of... She's a bit cautious. And she goes, I'm so thirsty.
And we have something for you to drink.
And she, hands shaking, takes the vial from you and starts to put it up to her lips.
I grab her hands as they hold the vial and make sure it all goes in.
Okay. Pouring it down her throat, there is this horrible retching noise and squealing as she kicks her legs on the ground until she goes limp and is no more.
Koratari just holds her tight while she's writhing in her arms and just holds.
Don't forget to loot the corpse. JK.
Koratari will beat the corpse.
Jesus. I was kidding.
I have some coin on her.
Sorry, Mark. I had to PG-13 that.
Hold on. Let me find a video.
Oh Lord. All right, so there's a sudden sound, sort of a reverberation that sort of you all feel, and where you're standing on this level of the deck, and you all hear a faint sound of metal sliding on wood.
Metal is in like the shutters that were keeping us down here opening up.
Presumably so. Sounds very familiar.
Celia was gonna go upstairs.
Okay.
Lathanna's still sitting in the corner with her hands over her ears.
And Koratari will walk back into the room that the child was in and just lay her on the bed. I will cover her up with the sheet.
Unfortunately, there's not much left of her, Koratari.
Oh, well then...
Ew.
But what remains you're able to gather up and take back to that chamber and close the door and respectfully leave her to her rest.
There's a video clip of what happened. At the 55-second mark.
What would you all like to do now? You appear to have access to the main deck of the ship.
Which stairway will get us to the main deck of the ship? Is it the one?
If you look towards the center of the ship map, you'll see the stairs. Either one of those will take you up.
These
top.
two?
Yep. If you look at the bottom of the map, you'll see that they're mirrored.
Are we actually allowed to get on the main deck of the ship?
Are you asking me as a DM?
Yes, because they were shut off before, weren't they?
They were closed before, correct, but they just recently opened for some reason. And as you step up onto the deck, you see that blue skies as far as you can see. The midday sun is high above. And off in the distance, you can see that the sky darkens in some areas. You can see clusters of gathering cumulus clouds, darker looking clouds, but they're very far off from where you are. You can see that parts of the region to the northeast appear to be getting drenched by a storm. It seems to be the same, the direction to which the ship is currently angled towards.
We're heading towards the storm?
Apparently. But it's so far off, you have a feeling that it might blow itself out before you even get there.
Okay. Are there any crew members working the main deck of the ship?
Yes, actually. As you turn around and look, you can see a couple of able-bodied gentlemen wearing the same uniforms of the bodies of the undead that you encountered. Some of the individuals were wearing uniforms. And you can see that they're currently adjusting the rigging for the fins that are on the rear of the ship that jut out. These fins, of course, are used to angle the ship and adjust it whenever there are higher winds. And you see the gentleman sort of looks up in your direction and then looks down immediately.
Zito places a hand on the crew member and says, "Where's the captain? I need to talk to him."
Captain Morgan said not to talk to you, any of yous.
I need to talk.
He's on the main, the wheelhouse, sir.
Is this the wheelhouse over here, Jeremy?
Correct. And there is a steel shutter sealing off the stairway. And as you begin to approach, a small little barrel emerges from the ceiling above, pointed straight at you. And you can hear a tinny voice that sounds out and says, "That's far enough. What can I do for you?"
This is Zito. I'm a passenger on the ship, and I wanted to let you know that there's a small horde of zombies on the 2 decks down.
Well, that's unfortunate. I don't remember picking up any undead before I shipped off. I'll have my men take a look at it. Steer clear of the other individuals on the ship if you know what's good for you.
Alright, Is there a reason why you opened up the main deck?
Oh, I needed to let in some air down below for any of the passengers that had left. Getting a bit stuffy.
I wouldn't say stuffy, but it all smells like corpses now.
Was there anything else that you needed, sir?
You needed to get us to the port as soon as possible.
I'll be there in another day.
Alright, well, since he doesn't have much else, he's just gonna take his leave.
Okay. The gentleman that you spoke to before, the crew member, he just sort of nods in your direction and continues to fuss with the rigging for these fins. And what are the rest of the group doing?
I'm gonna bring up to the party, to Eli, to Lathana, to Gunny, to Cora, and to Ari, anyone who's around here. That, and well, Zito was upstairs. He's now back. But someone turned that girl into a vampire, and that someone is probably our target.
And he's probably flying the ship.
I mean, he mass charmed the entire dock when we first arrived. It's safe to assume that these people, either they're A, charmed, or B, working with them. We have to get into the pilot chambers. The cockpit.
I agree. We need to rest.
How many hours do we have left until we reach our destination?
You have at least
Whole
another.
day.
You have another whole day, besides the time that it'll take for you guys to rest up and rejuvenate and get all your hit points back. And also alleviate yourselves. Well, a great majority of you have your maximum hit points reduced.
I say we do a rest, and we while we're resting, we should probably come up with a plan on how to get into the cockpit, or at least how to get into these other areas of the ship.
Yeah, I definitely need a rest for sure.
If they're all gonna rest, Yudo's gonna go back to his room.
Okay.
If you want to rest safely, I'd stay by me. I'm gonna cast a ritual.
Okay.
The hut.
Are you going to create the hut for yourself?
Yep.
All right.
Gotta rest safely. Too many zombies rolling around.
Was it 10 foot, I believe?
Yeah.
I think that's 10 foot. Let me double check. No, it needs to be bigger. There we go.
It's
Eli-
beautiful.
Eli Sunlead becomes the Morning Star.
Yeah, put the stairs where they come right up into the circle.
Can you move that circle?
What do you mean?
Does it move with you, or is it just there now?
It's there, but I mean, they can't. No one can enter without my permission, so they're stuck.
Okay.
Like, you can't actually enter the circle.
Fair enough.
Not even below? Like from the ground?
Yeah. No, the stairs are going up. The stairs are going down.
All right. So would you all like to progress time to when you can take a long rest?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What do you all do during this time? Are you all taking watches?
I'm sleeping.
Yeah, it should be safe as long as the spell's up.
Okay. It's relatively boring sitting in this area. Your clothing gets absolutely filthy from the gore which is on the floor. Unless you'd like to use prestidigitation to fix that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
You
And
might
then-
want to clean up Koratari too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll cast on her, myself, the floor. I'm not gonna sit in all this crap.
Alright. So you want to take a long rest, correct? Just need to know how many hours I'm progressing here.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Okay. Very, very uneventful. Through the night, you just hear the sound of distant thunder getting closer and closer to you all. The occasional sound of a lightning strike in the distance through the night. It is a restless night, but you're able to all... let me mark you all as taking your full rest. There we go. And I will adjust your hit points back for you. I think the only... What was it? Auri and Zito, I think?
I fetched mine.
Okay. There we go. And I think also Gunny had it as well. Nope, never mind, Gunny. I think everyone was good, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
I should have 80 hit points, Jeremy.
Yeah, okay. No, you don't. All right. So, how long does your hut last for?
8 hours.
Okay, so as your hut, you're all rousing yourselves in various degrees of consciousness. The hut begins to fade, and as it does, there is an audible sound of a ship's bell. Like almost like a warning going off periodically. And there is the sound of rain drenching the deck above. You can all hear it echoing. The howling wind and occasional lightning strikes. And you now hear an audible sound of someone yelling over the audible intercom.
Ship to port side! Brace yourselves!
I wish to brace myself.
Okay.
Zio's gonna dig his claws into the floor.
And a few moments pass. Nothing happens. And then you hear...
Remaining crew prepare to be boarded! They're sending ships out now! They're on us!
What would you all like to do?
So pirates? And we can't just let them board the ship. So we go out there and help them.
Okay. Where would you... you're still in... I haven't locked tokens yet, so you can move yourselves around the map if you like to. Ender, Zito, as you step out onto the deck, there's a sound of the torrential downpour. Your companions following behind you. You all have a moment to look about, the clash of lightning, and then you see shapes, humanoid shapes, that in the flash of the lightning in the deck, in the darkness. And I need you all to roll initiative. I will roll for you. Alright, and I believe... Hey, look at that! Kortari, it is your turn. Of course.
I will make my way. Is the stairs to the top floor?
I will assume that you followed suit.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay. Off in the distance, as you look, there is a warrior, skeletal in nature, directly next to one of your friends. You see more as you peek around, as you're coming up the stairs. You see they're scattered around the deck, the torrential downpour. They're all over the front of this ship. And off in the distance, to the port side of the ship, you can see another airship which is angled towards the ship, and smaller air skiffs that seem to be moving towards and away from the ship. And you said you're holding your action, correct?
You said there's skiffs that are going away from the ship?
You see it looks like an air skiff which is away from the ship now, going towards it. And then there appears to be another one taxiing towards the ship. And Zito, it's your turn.
Alright, Zito is going to use his action to place his my turret right in front of me.
Okay.
And I'm going to have it move forward 5 feet and get these 3 zombies that are right in front.
Alright, let me put your turret on the board. I'll just plop it down. You can move it. Boom.
And we can see all the ones that are on the deck.
Looking out, yes. You can see they're all standing there, all of them either brandishing a weapon or beginning to pull a weapon.
Give me 1 second, the power for it seems to have disappeared.
No worries. Would you like to hold your action?
Placing the turret is the action.
Okay. Does it get to do anything on its turn?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for the action button on my character sheet, but I can't find it.
Huh. I see it. Eldritch Cannon. You gotta click the little thing. It's under powers. See it?
Someone just put a 40-foot circle all around us.
It's just
Please tell
letting
me
me
it was one of
change the name of it. It's not letting me do anything with it.
Really? That's weird.
Can you click on the dice?
Click
Like
on the magnifier, and it'll give you actions.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. All right. Looks like 2 successes and 1 failure. and you watch and the torrential downpour, the sound of the lightning and the wind, and Zito hurls out like a Pokeball this creature that unfurls itself on the deck, and an energy blast emits from and strikes the undead creatures in front of it, which all seem to react differently from the undead creatures that you encountered below. They seem to have intelligence, some of them holding up their weapons as if to shield themselves.
Now my turn.
Okay. And let's see. There we go. The skeleton comes around the corner. Lathana, you just have a moment to look as suddenly there's a weapon in your face. And a scimitar slashing at you. The first attack missing and impacting the wood behind you. The second one slashing into you and catching you in your arm, dealing 8 slashing damage. And it is your turn. You have a moment to look as this skeletal creature with seemingly some sort of dark intelligence in its eyes looking at you as it slashes at you with a scimitar.
I look at it angrily and I cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And then I will attempt to slash it 3 times. Okay. With my scimitar, so with a really cool blade that...
Lathana whips out her Darth Maul scimitar, hitting the skeletal creature and dealing heavy damage to it. She cuts into its body. And you just hear the thing suddenly yell out a curse word as you hit it. Strangest thing you've ever seen. You've never seen a skeleton talk before.
Alright, and this last one has an extra D8 to it of damage if I hit.
Okay. That unfortunately is a miss.
Oh man.
You seem to catch the edge of your blade against its blade as it blocks your attack, getting ready to riposte and attack you back.
Okay.
Is that the end of your turn? If so, it'll be Auri's turn. Auri, the main deck of this ship is just a house of horrors. There are armored, undead creatures brandishing scimitars and other weapons that seem to be coming straight towards your companions. Off in the distance, through the lightning crashing, you can see another ship, about the same size and configuration as the airship that you're currently on.
Is the top up here? Is it open, or are we like inside of the building?
Oh no, it's open. You're getting soaked with rainwater and wind is howling around you.
So it's like the top.
Yes.
I am.
And I should mention that there are floodlights at the front of the ship which are projecting out and revealing the whole front of this ship. And you can still hear periodically that tinging sound of a warning bell which is going off somewhere on the ship.
Okay. I'm going to move here.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Gust of Wind down that alley there. Down that little hall.
Across the deck, okay, sure.
Yes.
Alright, the warrior holds his forearm up in front of him, and he successfully blocks the wind that blasts at him.
I'm just going to continue casting it in that direction.
On your next turn?
Yeah, for the moment.
Hey Jeremy, the blast is 10 feet wide and 60 feet long.
Yeah.
Oh, 10 feet wide, 6 feet. Okay, so go ahead and target the others in the blast.
Do I just target them individually? Or?
Yes, gotta target them on the tracker. Go ahead and untarget Undead Soldier 1 and just target the ones that are within the blast.
How many? All of those?
Well, it's a 10-foot wide spell, so you'll get all those guys.
Okay, all of those.
Within range.
And I think I unclicked the one that was a part of me that I already did, right?
I believe so. Let me double check. Yeah, you got him unclicked.
Okay.
I believe you just have to click cast, and it should go off.
I did click cast.
There you
we
go. Alright, so for all that failed, we'll get knocked back.
$15 backward.
15 foot backward. So this one, Carnathy Zombie number 1, goes plummeting over the edge of the railing and just starts to slowly float down to the ground far below.
That's the end of my turn.
And let's see who else failed. I believe
Zombie 1 and 3.
Auri also failed for some reason.
Yeah, okay.
And Ari, you can concentrate on that for up to 1 minute and change the direction each round with a bonus action.
Let's see. The skeleton 3 flies over the edge.
And then if they try to move towards me, they spend 2 movement instead of 2 feet for everyone.
Gotcha. Did I miss? Did I get everyone? I think I got everyone.
I think you did.
Alright, so Ari is shooting her, firing her Kamehameha wave. And the skeleton at the back. This is funny. Probably doesn't have anything in the rules about firing an arrow at a gust of wind, does it?
I'd say it'd be at a disadvantage.
Yeah, we'll do that. It's going to try to fire arrows at you, Ari, with disadvantage.
Strong enough to blow a 100-pound man. He's 15.
And it hits you with disadvantage. And deals 7 piercing damage to you. Suddenly an arrow comes out of nowhere and catches you right near your right clavicle, Ari. Its second arrow gets caught in the vortex of wind and is blown off of the edge of the ship to oblivion.
Ari, you need to make a constitution check of an 8 or higher to keep your spell.
Con check. Pretty please. I would say that's most definitely a pass.
He gets half the damage that was done.
Oh, that's how it works. I did not know that.
The zombie will move forth. Its full movement halved, so it'll be just behind this other one. And the other skeletons will rush forth. And we'll get into range. Where's the group? Zombie will move to here. and suddenly there's an undead creature in your face, Zito, and yells in your face, missing, its sword impacting the deck, and then rears back and critically hits you. Would you like to use your reaction? Or did you already use your reaction? I don't think you did.
Critical hits always hit no matter what, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say even.
I'd like to cry though.
You like to cry? Okay. Zito lets out a yell of pain as he's dealt 12 slashing damage from the sword. He's rocked back by this creature. And let's see. This guy will also run around this way. What the heck? He'll take an opportunity attack from you, Lithana, as he moves past all of your companions.
Okay.
The guy that's going that way.
Eli too.
Eli's got a wall in front of him.
Oh, okay.
No
Yeah,
worries.
protected by the wall.
Yeah, he's protected from the creatures by the wall.
Oh, Ender's protecting you guys. I got it.
Of course! That's why I placed myself right there.
Sorry, didn't mean to attack twice, but I missed both times.
No worries. The Bone Knight. Let's see. Gosh, I haven't used him much. Let's see. Why not? What's that range? Oh yeah, why not? I'll tell you what. He will move to here, and he'll take your. He's gonna move. Oh gosh, can't really see much back here, can he? You know what? Heck with it. He's gonna go right here. And Lithana, how are you doing?
Am I right?
I need you to do me a favor.
Favor to you or favor to me?
I would like you to make a wisdom save and murder all of your friends for me.
Oh, great.
I would also like you to do me a favor.
Okay, so suddenly, Zito, as you hear this weird sound of metal, ching, 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 and a crown of jagged metal suddenly impales Lithana's scalp. And you are charmed, and consider all of your friends enemies.
Oh, it's Ender's turn coming up. Don't worry, Lithana. I'm gonna stab you.
He actually says that to her. She looks at him and bars her teeth.
I'm gonna stab you until you come back. Don't worry.
All
She
right.
looks at Ender.
Ender, it's your turn.
All right, Ender's gonna walk out and stab. No, I'm just kidding. Can I walk to the west, or is this a pillar?
That's actually a pillar. Yeah, that's part of the that pillar is actually you can't move through the wall.
I can't do that.
Yeah, the wall's in your way.
All right, so I'm instead going to.
Stab Lithana.
No, I can't stab her. I'm gonna come right here and attack Undead Soldier.
Okay.
Wonder what we could do to deal with Lithana. Ender doesn't even realize she's charmed. He's just gonna go kill the end.
Okay. I should get a really cool looking token for evil Lithana to throw on the board.
I miss.
Oh, I
Attack
found
you again.
I found one, guys. You ready? Did you get that?
that's horrible. She looks evil. Alright, and now I'm going to action surge. I'm going to attack twice more.
For those of you who can't see, I just threw
Zara, isn't it?
That's Zara. Sorry, Sabrina. I'm just kidding.
No, I think it's Zara when she's.
Is it poetic enough for you?
Yes, it
And
is.
now for my final attack, I'm going to use a bonus action and do my fighting spirit and get a
Okay.
5 health.
Go for it. I just imagine Ender running around, slashing with a sword, and going, "And for my next trick."
This is with advantage,
That is most definitely a hit.
and that's my final one. Wow, I rolled 2 1s and 1 2 for my damages. All right,
What?
now it's the end of my turn. Go.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What does he want to do? Gosh, there's all these people in his way. He'll take opportunity. Oh, that's right. You already used your that's right. You're on my side now, Lathana. And he's gonna go there and here. Kind of weird, but he just sort of runs through all of his friends and then appears on the other side of Zito.
I don't approve of this.
You don't approve of this? Okay.
I didn't think he could pass through one of our spaces.
Oh, you're right. He can't. Well, in that case, he's gonna stay right here.
Well, technically, you can pass through Lathana's space if you want.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Put him right back there.
I mean, he isn't on our side anymore.
Hey, guess what? It's Eli's turn. Thanks, Eli.
Yeah, but did he know?
That's a good question. Did he know? Well, at any rate, I mean, he did it.
Can I see any? Hey guys.
You see calamity. You see the torrential downpour. You see the lightning flashing, illuminating an airship in the distance, not that far off. You see air skiffs moving towards and away from the ship. There's a floodlight which is illuminating the deck out from the wheelhouse. And you can see all of your companions are surrounded by these undead warriors that are wearing armor that seems familiar.
Ah. This again?
I don't know what you're doing, Eli. What are you doing? I see lots of failures, though.
Who's the Bone Knight succeeded? Dang it! He was the one I wanted.
Yeah, he rolled a 25.
I cast slow.
You cast slow? Okay.
I alter up to 6 creatures in a 40-foot range. They have a -2 penalty AC and their dex saving throws. And they can't use reactions on its turn. It can either use an action or a bonus action, not both, regardless of the creature's ability or magic items. It can attack once. And if it casts a spell, it has to roll a d20. If it's 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the next turn.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Nice.
Cool, that's like a DM's nightmare for rules. Oh man.
Let's see. I'm just gonna ignore all that shit and just have them attack you.
Good idea.
Alright,
So,
is that the end of your turn, Eli?
No, I'm gonna go back in there.
Oh, you're going downstairs?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
On the stairs.
He'll take his reaction and attack you.
He can't. He's affected.
Oh, he is?
He gets no reaction.
Aww.
Wait.
Can't ignore that one.
But I
Jeremy.
wanted to hit you. Are you going downstairs away from your friends?
No, just right by the stairs. Hold on.
Okay.
There's one more succeed. Which one? There is one more that succeeded. Karnath Undead Soldier 2.
Okay.
Which one was that?
That's the one that slashes you.
That's the
No,
one that
around
slashes
quickly,
you.
That's 5. Oh,
Switch
okay.
them around quick.
It's actually the one in front of Ender.
Okay. Oh, yes. So,
Oh, it's all going to It's all going to plan.
Alright, and I'll end my turn right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna move forward.
Okay.
It's time. Are you getting
Cast.
flashbacks, Jeremy?
Got Spirit Guardian. Let me target a few.
You getting flashbacks, Jeremy?
And thankfully, the Bone Knight succeeded on his concentration check.
A couple pairs though.
Yeah. Well, one. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
I missed one. I missed one.
Did you?
Yeah, it looks like I missed one. I mean, untarget all, but I missed skeleton 1. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
Let me untarget everybody.
And he succeeds, so he'll take half.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. And let's see. Well, I guess I should get rid of the one that's dead. There we go. So we'll go ahead
And they're all slowed while in.
Right.
Our movement speed is half. And you have to get me to slow guys.
Okay. Yeah, there's no double slow, so it's okay.
I know, right, man?
There's no such thing as double slow. Alright. How many hit points does your little robot tick have, Zito?
It has 20 hit points and an AC of 18.
AC of 18. Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Alright. Well, he misses with his first attack and his second attack. He tried to cut that little creature down, but he couldn't quite get him. In the meantime, Karnarth the Undead Soldier 1 is going to pull out...
Roll against he has to roll a strength saving throw because he's starting his turn.
True. Alright, strength saving throw. Alright, what's your DC?
I think it was 11. Gust of Wind. Look at the spell. I don't know.
Oh yeah, 11.
11. Okay, he rolls a 17. So you're continuing to blast, and you just watch as this thing moves faster than any undead you've ever seen before.
Did he take disadvantage because he's slowed?
Disadvantage on what? It's just a slowed
The
movement.
deck save.
That wasn't a deck save.
Oh, okay.
That was strength.
Yeah, it was a strength in order to like
Man.
hold stuff forth. Sorry. So, so
This
I don't
sucks.
think you had that one marked though. That one was quite like that was on the front of the ship.
all right, Auri, you take 10 damage on the first attack as it impacts you. The second attack inflicts 9 more slashing damage on you. And then on his third attack, he will drop his shield and overhand chop you and deal 8 slashing damage as he, in quick succession, overhand hacks you again and again and again, whacking you back. I believe you need to make 3 concentration checks.
Hey, which one? The Karnath Undead Soldier 1?
Yep.
He's affected. He only can make 1 attack. He was the one that failed.
No, he can only have 1 action, not 1 attack. He's a multi-attacker.
No, that's what I'm saying. It says that if a creature
multi-attack is part of the action.
On its turn, it can use either an action or bonus action. Regardless, it can make more than 1 melee attack, range attack during its turn. It can't make more than 1 melee or range attack during its turn.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Let me take the damage off. Let's see. 8 and 9. That's 17 damage. No worries.
This is why Jeremy has spent the first half of this campaign throwing gorillas and attacking.
I know, right?
I just would like to point that out. If anything, this is Eli's revenge.
Yeah. Of all the times that he's knocked me down to kill me. This is why I hide, number 1, and 2, I cast all these stupid spells.
Alright, so that first attack, what's the DC? 8 plus the half the damage? Or is it 10?
The first damage was 10.
Yeah, the DC is half the damage.
10, okay. Yeah, no.
But it has to be a minimum of 10.
Yeah, it's DC for Constitution checks is always something plus something. It's not just half the damage.
Hold on, let me look it up.
Yeah, concentration checks are always something plus the half the damage, if I'm not mistaken.
And at the end of his round, he can save out of it.
Yeah.
Looking at it.
Me too. Because I'll be honest with you. Yeah, it's the DC equals 10 or half of the damage you take. Okay. So yes, you passed.
Yeah, minimum of 10.
No worries.
It's been a while since I read it.
So have I. I mean, how often do you really encounter that? Alright.
You want to make a save. Try to see if he saves that.
Zombie 4. Oh, the save for the Gust of Wind?
My spell. No, my spell.
Oh, your spell? What is it?
Yeah, he can. DC 15, Wisdom.
Wisdom
That'd be on his
save?
next turn.
No, it says at the end of his...
He failed.
Okay.
Alright, Cardethi Zombie 4 is entering into your bubble, so he'll take your damage.
No, that only begins on next turn because he took damage initially.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thought that was at the end of his turn.
Oh man, there's so many
That's
rules
the beginning
happening
of their
here.
turn. At next round, it's the beginning of their turn. They take damage when they start or move into it.
Oh, okay. Alright, well this guy is started his
Otherwise,
turn.
they take damage twice in one round, and that's...
Yeah, that's a little OP. That's why we call this spell.
Oh,
But this guy, you can go after him. Carnathi Skeleton 5. If you want to roll his save. He fails. And takes 10 damage. And he unfortunately has 1 attack, which he will attempt to whack you with his scimitar. And he critically hits you. But he rolls 2 1s, so you only take 5 damage.
God, I gotta love it.
And I believe he has to make a wisdom save, correct?
Yep, DC 15.
Alright, he fails.
Alright.
And it's Gunny's turn. Gunny, you felt this thing impact in your back. As you turn around, you see this skeleton in armor holding a scimitar, getting ready to wail on you again.
Alright, I cast a spell, Dispel Magic on Lethop.
Okay.
Boot or charm? Any creatures are. Is it a third level or a lower spell?
No, it's
Or
not. Oh, I'm sorry. It is lower than third level. Excuse me.
and it's automatically dispelled.
All right. Olithana, you were having flashbacks of what you saw when you were unconscious being bled by Babla. You just keep seeing that over and over replaying in your head. And then you suddenly, you snap out of it. And you are no longer charmed. And you are surrounded by the undead and your friends. Would you like to do anything else, Gunnar? I feel like Koratari hasn't had a turn yet. Is it just me, or did she not have a turn? Oh, that's right. You were holding your action, weren't you?
She was, you're right.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
Unfortunately, you lost that held action. No worries. But you'll have another turn this round. It's only round 2, technically.
No problem.
Alright, I will finish.
Okay.
I will maintain my spell.
Zito, it is your turn.
Zito is going to retreat to the other side of the ship.
Okay, you will not take any reaction attacks because they are slowed.
And
Just the
I'm
one.
going...
Just the one? Oh, which one?
The one that has the effect on him.
Shoulder.
Yeah, the other two saved out of it. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he'll take an attack then. Because
yeah,
you never
I put
know.
the effects on him. Yeah.
You can disengage though, or
You can use your action to
I got
disengage.
something else in mind.
okay.
I got
Alright.
something else in mind. I can always try and shield out of it.
That's okay. He missed you.
Alright, I'm going to cast grease over those 3 smaller skeletons.
Okay. How does that work, Zito? I don't think you've ever used that before.
Nope. It's because I got it from my Artificer class. The terrain beneath them becomes difficult terrain, and as soon as the grease appears, I have to make a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
Okay. If you target them and cast it, I think it should do it for you. If it has like those effects built into the spell. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3 failures. And then you can throw the prone status on them if you'd like. Is that the end of your turn?
No, I'm gonna have my turret move 10 feet to the right, and it's gonna unleash another flamethrower on the 4 of them.
Okay, go for it. So a little tick, just sort of metallic feet, just sort of ting, 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 ting across the wooden. And it's like 1, 2 failures. As this
Does
gout of flame erupts from the front of its, what would be its face.
Does the grease light on fire?
Unfortunately, it does not.
It's not unfortunately, it's not a flammable grease. This skeleton will continue to fire at Auri. Actually, no.
One
I'll
moment,
take that back.
Uh,
He's going to take some damage first.
Try
Potentially.
to locate him.
He's all the way at the edge of the map. He's skeleton number 2.
That's fine.
Oh.
This takes a minute to scan over top of each one.
No worries. That's a
Skeleton 2 has
failure.
to make a strength saving throw. I think
Oh.
he's in my range.
You blow his parts out.
Oh, that was the wrong one. That's a zombie.
Oh shit! Sorry.
That's okay. You know what? It's okay. We'll just say he's dead.
Okay. Alright, because Skeleton 2 is way outside. Right?
Yeah, he's way out there. He's way outside of your thing. I was wondering, like he's just outside of the slow. Technically, he's in the slow, I should say. I don't think that Derek saw him when he was doing his.
No,
slow spell.
that's what I say. I can only target 6 creatures, So I
Okay.
targeted all 6 that wanted, and then some of them saved, so I can't do anything.
All right. So he doesn't have to save if he enters into the 40-foot range, right? Because you didn't.
No, he does not. No.
Okay.
Yeah,
But he
just
does. He does have to make a strength save though versus Auri.
Yeah. Fall off, fall off.
That's what we're all
He rolled an 18.
Darn it, he doesn't fall off.
Yeah. He rolled an 18, so he's going to continue to fire at you
disadvantage.
with disadvantage because he's firing in the wind. And the first one misses, and he knocks another arrow, and the second one hits you. And you take 5 piercing damage as yet another arrow suddenly impacts into your body. You're getting peppered from a distance by this thing. And Lithana, it's your turn. You finally have come to your senses after being into this living nightmare within your head. You see nothing but targets around you.
I will twirl around and try to hit the one right with my scimitar.
Okay. Alright, looks like you hit. And you chop that one's head off.
And I turn to the next one, and I try to hit it again.
Okay. And you decapitate another one. Its body falling to the ground.
And I look at the other 2, and I just kind of smile at them. You're next. And
Okay. All right. This one still. Does he still have to save on yours? If I'm not mistaken, right, Auri? This guy, the guy that's right in front of you.
Yeah, my spell hasn't stopped yet, so.
All right, and that's a strength save.
Yeah.
All right, he rolled a 22.
I think he's okay.
Okay, he's gonna attack you one time because he's still I think he's still slowed, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He has to roll
Yeah.
at the end of his turn to see
Yeah.
if he's on slow.
All right. Well, he hits you with his overhand chop, dealing 12 slashing damage to you, Auri. And then, what was that? A wisdom save?
Yeah, wisdom DC 15.
He rolled a natural 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Slow.
All right. The Bone Knight will take your. He'll take your damage from your spectral snakes.
I already did.
Oh, he already did. Okay. He is going to. He is slowed, correct?
Oh, I'm sorry, not the Bone Knight. I did the other guy, sorry.
Did the Bone Knight
No.
get slowed? He's not slowed.
No, he saved. Yep. Like
Okay.
I said, the ones that are the only ones left that are slowed are the ones right by Gunny and by Ari.
All right.
Those are the 2.
Bone Knight rushes forth, looking at you, Lithana, and he is going to. Let's see. He's going to use his bonus action to cast Wrathful Smite. And then he's going to take his greatsword and attempt to smash you with it. His first attack misses, and then he like misses on the second attack. The first and second attack, you just see this flare of green energy that flares off of the blade as he bashes into the deck, chopping a huge divot into the wood. And he looks at you. His whole armor, by the way, I'm going to share for everyone in the class. He looks like this.
I want his armor more.
All right. Cortari, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'll give you a picture here real quick.
Move to the closest bone knight and attack it with my longsword.
The closest bone knight or the closest enemy?
The closest enemy. I don't know.
No worries. There's an enemy right next to Gunthral, so you can sort of sashay forth and attack that enemy.
There you go. You can look at the.
Thank you.
And lunging forth with your longsword, you cut into the enemy, hitting him, and then split him in half from stem to stern. Would you like to move again and attack someone else? You hear your friend Auri crying in pain.
Yes, I will move toward Auri and attack that guy.
Okay. Auri, suddenly Cortari, like a trapeze person, is perched on the side of the ship, rushing forth with her weapon out. And slashes into the skeletal knight, critically hitting him. What is going on with these crits? But deals only 12 damage to him. He's really hurt. He looks mad now.
So can I use a key point and hit him?
Absolutely. Absolutely you can with your 4 attacks. 4 attacks per turn. And both hit. And you just watch as Cortari, with her last attack, Auri, kicks this guy's head off, and it flies off of the ship, and his body just sort of collapses in front of you both.
I got you, girl.
Zombie number 4 will take some damage, which will probably finish him off.
I'm searching.
He succeeds, but his whole body just sort of gets ripped apart and gets whisked away in the wind. And Eli, it's your turn.
Eli's gonna come back out, check out what's going on.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if it's safe.
I'll move over there.
You see a bunch of spectral snakes whipping around in the air.
Can I see this guy right there?
Who?
The Bone Knight.
He would have 3/4 cover from you, but you can see this dude looming heavy just past Luthana.
I'm gonna cast Magic Missile.
Okay.
Choo choo choo!
Pew 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 pew. These arcs of arcane energy just sort of arc around your body, Luthana, under the leg, around the side of the shoulder, blasting into his armor. The bone bits of his armor are shattering off of his body.
And I'll move there and end my turn.
Okay. That's a success. But he's still dead. Ender, you watch as this soldier just falls apart in front of you, getting pelted by the spectral snakes. And he fails. And he is also dead. At the moment, only one of these soldiers appears to be there. Is that the end of your turn? Oh, sorry, it's Auri's turn. Auri, you're bleeding out. Cortari is next to you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna move a little bit.
Okay.
And
Come to the healer.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna do exactly that.
Okay.
And I am also going to turn into a bear just as a fail safe, so I have some more control.
Okay. Let me
I
put...
just didn't want to do it there because I didn't want to knock her off.
I understand. Big bear butt. There you go.
Thank
You can go ahead and throw your temporary hit points on yourself. And I believe it's Ender's turn, if I'm not mistaken.
Alright.
Ender.
I'm gonna run there.
Oh. You need to make a dexterity saving
Make a
throw,
dex
Ender.
save. Oh my god, if he falls off the ship...
Oh, that's oil?
This is how we lose Ender,
You're
guys.
blinded by the snakes flying around you.
Alright, guys, I got this.
Natural one.
Here
No,
we go.
I'm just kidding. You succeed. There, you're sort of like your feet are kind of unsteady, and you skitter skate across the soaked wood towards this armored warrior.
Dude, I'm doing it. I'm gonna be like straight up Michael Jackson, right across it, man, like a skateboard. And I'm gonna ride it to the end of my wave and attack the bone. And then I'm gonna say something like groovy.
Doing your turn there, Ender.
Okay. Going to for my bonus action. Nope, I'm just gonna keep.
Nice. Slashing into him, you're carving chunks of his armor off of his body.
For Gunny. I'm getting that armor off of him for Gunny. You're welcome. Little pieces at a time, but I'll get the whole set for you here soon. I hope we get a good drop. Have you been saving up your DKP? End of turn, by the way. That was a World of Warcraft joke.
No,
I'm really
it's all
funny.
good.
I'm a funny guy, didn't you know, Jeremy?
I have been saving up my TPK though.
That's bullshit.
That's what I don't want to hear.
Zito, it's your turn.
Alright, give me 1 second.
It is 10 o'clock, guys, so at this point we probably need to like make this the last round. Unless you guys want to go a little further.
We should be able to handle it this round.
Alright.
Alright, well, Zito's gonna end his concentration on the grease, so Ender doesn't have to keep making dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
It's fine. I'll be okay.
Alright, I'm gonna have my turret start to make its way up, and I will hold my action just in case any other skeletons show up on the boat.
Okay. Lathana, it's your turn.
I will also hold my action unless I see anything else. I'll turn
Okay.
to everyone and say, well... Oh, there's one over there. Okay. Am I correct? I see one, right?
There's one right in front of you, and there's another one all the way at the front of the ship.
Yeah, the one that was pelting Ari with arrows at a distance.
Oh, duh, it's right there. Okay. I will... Oh, bone knife, of course.
The bone knife.
Let's see. I would hit it with my scimitar.
That's a critical hit.
Natural 20.
Nice.
And I will slash it one more time, saying... Just
You
die.
cut off a whole side of his armor. Unfortunately, your last attack misses. But you and your companions have annihilated this guy's armor. It's like falling apart in pieces. Sorry, Gunty.
Just looks weird.
I can try to mend it.
Is that the end of your turn, Lathana?
Yes.
Alright, it is Guntel's turn.
I will move to... Guiding bolt.
All right. That is unfortunately a miss.
And I wanted to hit it. Oh, shit. No. And then I will be done. I'll maintain my concentration. I can't complete my turn because it didn't get past me.
Oh, that's right. Whoops. Eli, it's your turn.
Eli's gonna pat Ari on the head as he walks over. Moves over there. And cast magic missile. Pew 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 pew.
Okay. Pew, 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 pew. Very sad looking bear. More of these arcane missiles peppering him. He is holding on for dear life. He does not want to go down.
And I'll end my turn.
Okay, Cortari, it's your turn. You see a guy at the end of the boat with your name on him. Would you like to get him?
Yeah, I want to get him.
You want to get him?
Fly through the air and
let's
stab
see.
him.
Unfortunately, he's just outside of your range.
Can I move closer to him and then use my blowgun? And
Or your darts, absolutely you can. Whoops.
Yeah.
Alright. Unfortunately, you missed on the first attack, but you did hit him on the second. You pepper him as you rush forward with the blowgun darts. Is that the end of your turn?
It is.
Alright, Auri, it's your turn.
I am not going to try and walk by them over there. I feel like I'd fall off if I tried to walk up there where Cortari is, wouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I'm too fat.
You're a little fat. You're a little pudgy.
I'm gonna stay here for the moment because
Okay.
I just got my shit beat.
No worries.
Accept my defeat and just sit here.
Alright. The skeleton's turn. It can't... There's no longer a wind blasting into it, so it's all good. However, there's this upstart monk in its face, and it's going to rush towards her and attack her with its scimitar. Got a skelly incoming, Kurotari, and he hits you.
Ow.
But he only hits you once. His second attack makes a divot in the wooden floor. And now it's the Bone Knight's turn. And in an act of desperation, he fails. And the spectral snakes just sort of pepper him until he falls backwards and lays dead on the ground.
Whenever something dies, I get a runtime error that goes crazy.
I've been
Now-
doing that too. Yeah.
Now, it would be your turn, Ender. However, unfortunately, it's not. All of you hear this loud sound as suddenly this massive thing, just monstrosity, launches up in the air and unfurling glowing wings from the ship that was getting closer to you all. It rushes forth, and I will reveal it on the map. And you watch as it takes its arm and points it towards all of you.
And heals us? Heals us?
Give me 1 second while I target all of you.
With the heal?
Hold on.
I want to counter it.
It's not a spell. It's not
Dang
a
it.
spell. You all hear a strange whining noise.
Wait,
And you see a spinning barrel on the end of one of its arms.
Is this thing in the air right now?
It is in the air. It's flying.
Can I cast Earthbind on it?
What's your... Well, first of all, is that a reaction?
No, but I held my action in case something like this happened.
Oh.
I don't remember hearing you say you held your action, but okay.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember it. I don't actually,
Yeah,
but
I
I...
wanted to move his, do anything with his thing, or because he said something about if there's in case any other skeletons or zombies pop up. Oh, it's undead.
I'll let you make the call, DM.
Go ahead, cast it. I want to see what happens.
Alright, I need something to target.
He's on there.
He's up north.
He succeeds.
Can I use my inspiration to make him reroll that?
Go right ahead. No, that's not your reroll. That's inspiration can only be used on your rolls, not someone else's rolls.
Oh man, I tried.
Sorry. I know.
Just your inspiration, though. Everyone else would be able to.
All right. Let's see who gets hit. So, Auri, you're missed. Ender, you're missed. Zito, you got hit. Lithana got missed. Gunther was missed. I think Zito's, you're the only one who got hit.
He has a thing out for me now. Okay.
Eli and Zito.
Zito, you take 24 force damage as suddenly you all just hear a pop, 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 and just see energy bolts
Can I cast shield?
streaking across. Well, you didn't get hit.
I did.
You did? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that you got hit. I apologize.
Not sorry. He's not sorry.
Yeah, how about let's just I'm not hit and just make it just Zito.
Jeremy is not sorry about
So
targeting you.
it still hits you. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna cast shield.
Not sorry.
No,
Stop saying sorry.
I'm kidding, Eli. You got missed. Let me take the damage off of you. Hold on. Let me find you. There you are.
You're alive.
Okay.
Come on.
Double
Okay.
damage.
So you're looking at this thing, and I want to share a picture with you guys so you can see. This
So
is what
only the guy that cast a spell at him got hit. Check
Yeah.
that out, guy.
This is what he looks like, only he has wings. And
He's a Gundam.
you all see that he has a platform, and on each one of his shoulders there's two smaller dudes standing there.
How far away is he?
He's right there on the map. That's how far away he is.
He's 130 feet from me.
I'm gonna pull out my crossbow.
Okay.
It's time for him to die.
Is it? Is it
No,
though?
end of the
I'm
round.
actually not. I'm not going to attack him. I'm gonna challenge him to a Pokemon battle and capture him in a Pokemon.
Okay. You're gonna cast a spell on him, or attack him.
I can't do anything to him.
You
just
can
a
like
little...
shoot him the middle finger.
No, I'm not gonna do that either.
Okay.
I'm gonna go into the ship, and I suggest everyone follow me.
All right. So, Ender, as you pass on your turn, it's still torrential rain downpour. Someone make a perception check. I don't care who.
Zito's too busy crying from getting hit by a 10,000 force bolt.
All right, I'll take the first one. Gunthrel, as you're scanning the ship for more enemies, off in the distance, there's a flash of lightning, and you suddenly see gray mist rising from a space between the deck planks, and it begins to thicken and take the form of a man. And at the front of the ship, in a moment, the mist solidifies and Elric stands upon the main deck. And that's where we're going to come to an end.
All right. Prepare for death next week.
I hate that guy. He made us kill a little girl.
Wow.
I hate him.
How's Adam doing? I feel like I haven't spoken to him forever.
Hello.
Well,
As you
hello.
all can hear, I am not sick.
Yeah.
I still got a little bit of a lingering phlegm in my throat. Sometimes it gets really mucousy and sticky and gross back there. And sometimes when I cough a little bit of stuff up, it's like super green. It's really... And sometimes there's some blood in it. And also boogers in my throat. Like it's just packing all this grossness.
I just hear Anna in the background like, no!
It's so gross. Boys are gross.
Please tell us more about your experience with the coronavirus.
Yes, that's becoming a thing that's like that people are going to be sensitive to because it's spreading so fast.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I got sick and I got my immune system boosted up.
Yeah, let's not talk about it, you know. Let's only think about happy things tonight.
Like catching Elric.
Hey Eli, I know you have a wish spell and you want to get a ship and everything. But I do want to make it just a small suggestion. Could you put like a side quest in there or a side wish and wish for like a super strong, like purpley awesome amazing katana for just wish for
A purple one.
and an equally as great sword for him.
I think if we finally complete this mission, Ender will have more than enough gold to buy his super purple sparkly. So guys, we better work hard and make some moolah.
I'm just waiting for Jeremy to rip away his wish at the last possible minute.
Why would I
Just
do
the
that?
last second. Oh, I don't know, Jeremy. I have no idea.
I mean, why would I, teleport him to a hell dimension and have him be tortured forever by an orc?
Oh
That's why we
god.
got nice things of Jeremy, guys.